up from yesterday, because we were on yesterday. If you don't know who we are having fun with J&J. I'm Jenny.
I'm Jeanette.
That's Jeanette. And we are here for our second show of the week.
Hey, you know what? I just realized we're Triple J today.
We're Triple J.
Jenny, Jeffrey.
We are Triple J's, and we have a special guest for you today. Jeanette's going to tell you all about the relationship, but it's Jeff Beaver from Well, you guys, I met him through you.
Yeah.
So I have to be up in front about that. But Jeff does the most amazing products. Pens are his specialty, but he does just all kinds of stuff with wood and I think acrylic too, right, Jeff?
Yep.
And he's just got some really beautiful stuff. We were just trying to buy some stuff from him offline before we got here. So I'm like, what size do you got? This is brutal when we have all these crafters and they're so talented. So without further ado, welcome everybody to the 19th or 20th show, Jeanette. What are we on? 19th show of Having Fun with J&J.
Are we going to make an anniversary when we get to like 20?
Does that involve cake?
Yeah.
Okay. It's bring your own cake, but that's good. I'm a bunt woman myself. I love bunt cake. So everybody on our 20th show next week, we have to have cake and one candle. So welcome to our 19th show, and take it away, Jeanette. Talk to me, girl.
All right, I'm gonna talk to you. So this is my friend Jeffrey that I met on Alignable. And you're probably saying again, well, that's okay. That's another show. Anyway, so Alignable, I was able to meet this great person right here. It's fantastic. He joined my arts and craft group. And to see a male crafter give me a big smile on my face, because when I saw and what you're going to see now, it's going to be amazing. And then he joins my arts and craft, the Christ in Crafts group, and he is a devout Christian as well, and he's been in his business, and we have another thing in common. He is a veteran of 30 years. Was it 30 or 40? It was 30 years, and he is an Army person just like me, a veteran after my own heart. So we have that in common, and he's also my backup when Jen is not available to go and take care of my quick connects and things like that. So he's also that, and I had to bring him on the show because he is like super duper. And I want to introduce you to Jeff Beaver, and his company is called beaversworkshop.com is your email, right? But it's with Beavers Workshop is the name of the company.
Right. It's at Gmail. It's at Gmail, right?
Yeah, it's at Gmail. So with further ado, I'm going to ask Jeff, thank you for being with us today. We really appreciate you. We know that this was like a surprise. But I want to know how did you start? Like how did you get into the art of your crafts?
Well, you know my story.
I know they don't.
Yeah.
It's rinse and repeat. Remember? Rinse.
Yes. So, like you said, I was 30 years in the Army, was injured, had a traumatic brain injury, was going through rehabilitation down in Biloxi, Mississippi. And one of the activities was to get my eye-hand coordination back. And they sent me loose in a wood shop with all those sharp metals and all these sharp tools. But the instructor there had a lot of patience with me because of a lot of frustrations. And I fell in love with the lathe because I could take a piece of firewood, look at the grains, and design something from it. So basically taking raw material and making something beautiful. And so I was making all kinds of stuff, and I was giving it away to my friends and family. and that, and they says, well, you should really do something, make stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and that. So
And
that's how I got
how
started.
it started. So,
Yeah.
so the name Beaver's Workshop. How did you come up with that? Why a beaver?
Well, what's my last name?
Well, yeah, but yeah,
They
yeah.
do wood. They like
That's right. And I work in a wood shop, so
You
Beaver's
got the
Workshop.
perfect name for the perfect job and the perfect craft.
You
And
got that
so,
right.
so when did you start getting, like, that's how you started. So then you started getting into the wood and everything, and your family told you you need to sell this. And so how did you convert it into a business? Was it hard to change from a hobby to a business? What made you say, hey, you know what? I'm gonna do what my family says and I'm gonna go ahead and make this a business?
I don't really consider myself a business. I should. I know I should.
That's the what?
I know. I
Okay.
know.
People, wait till you
we
see
need to
what
put him. We need to put him in craft or hobby therapy.
yeah, we do it, and
and,
because
and one of the main reasons is that when I retired and I was back home, I got in because I'm a wood turner. I says, well, there's got to be a lot of people around here because I'm in the North Wisconsin, and that. So I joined a club, Wisconsin Valley Woodturners, in that club, and they taught me a lot in that, as far as how to chisel. I mean, even more in depth than what I did when I was learning back down in Biloxi.
mhm.
And so, and like I said, I became the pin guy, turning, because anybody, I mean, bowls and
Show
stuff
the
like
pen.
that.
Show the pen.
Yes.
Yeah.
See, you put it up. Oh, that's just beautiful. Turn it sideways.
Oh my gosh.
That's so
And this
beautiful.
is what they call a Victorian, and the wood there is holly, which is the whitest wood in the world. Comes from the United States, and
Okay.
that. So I mean, there's a lot of exotic woods out there, you know. So
Tell them about your last customer, the governor or who that
he was a friend. He's a friend of Governor Huckabee,
uh-huh.
Okay.
and he ordered 3 pins for me, and that
and,
to give
and,
as
and
gifts,
oh
and
my
that and this is one of the styles. I don't have I'm out of the bolt action one,
uh-huh.
but this is the Patriot pin.
Isn't that gorgeous? Oh my god.
Beautiful.
That is
And like for this, for me, I guarantee, because it's custom and everything, I guarantee that the hardware, if it chips or fades or, not damaged from being dropped or whatever, but if it's normal wear and tear, I guarantee you, if it does, you send it back to me, I replace it, and you just pay for the shipping.
Isn't that's one thing you don't get in stores. You know what I'm saying? You just don't get that love and passion and creation on making things. Now, I personally, he gave me a warm housewarming gift. So I'm going to show one of his things, which is a tissue holder. And this is, this one, it has to do a lot with fishing, I noticed. Gotta love a good pole dance. And then it has like it is bite me. Depends on how attitude is. And then he says work to live to fish. And then he puts like this one. It says get hooked. And it's a tissue box. So you put the tissue boxes here, and it's really pretty, and I just love it. And then
And he also wanted to know, he just asked Jeanette why the heck there isn't any tissue in it. Jeanette's like, I just moved in.
Yeah, I just got moved in. Let me get settled. And then he made me another thing that I'm gonna get right now. I forgot to bring it.
So Jeff, we got to talk about. Do you think if you identified yourself as a business, it would change your outlook on how you feel about your work?
I know that's what.
Is it something like, it's kind of like people that don't want to get married because they've been living together for 20 years, and if they get married, it might change the relationship? Or do you?
That's funny.
Huh?
That's funny.
Yeah. I mean, is it something that you just haven't thought of yourself as a business? Because your stuff is really beautiful. I have to say, it's when you're working that small, people out there that don't understand crafting, it's really easy to kind of, it's actually easier to put up a room sometimes than it is to work with that intricate of work, because it's just a smaller area, and it takes a lot of intense focus, and planning, because you can't just haul off and start, you've got to really plan it out. So what do you think? Why have you not done it? Is it just because you don't feel it's going to help you, or?
I'm retired.
See.
I don't, if it's a business, that means I gotta work.
No,
See, this is
I understand. I totally understand where you guys are
all
coming
part of
Yes.
work crafters, because we relate business as being something that you have to kind of do, and you don't always like it. But crafters really, we've talked about this before, get so much joy out of their work. That isn't it time you had a business that you thoroughly enjoyed,
Yeah.
even though you're retired?
Yes.
Yeah, he says yes to everything. But here's another one that he sent me for Mother's Day. Look how cute.
Look how beautiful.
Now look at this. He opens up and then it has wood flowers in it. You see, and it says,
So beautiful.
look at that. And the box is so cute. And then in the back it has another heart. And it's perfect because my company is Creations of the Heart. Now how gorgeous is that?
That's gorgeous.
It's like you don't get this in the store. And I'm like,
I can do that all custom. So if you want the words to be changed, or if you want your mom's name in there, or a loved one in that, I can change all that.
And show the pictures behind you, because I know you're hiding them. They're right there.
What pictures? Oh, my ceramic tiles?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Okay. And he don't,
We have to force him. We have to like.
This is actually a 6x6 tile.
Isn't that gorgeous?
Oh my gosh.
And you guys, you can use these on the wall. You can install them as a ceramic tile. You can use them as a tabletop. So with tile, you can do a whole bunch of really cool stuff. It doesn't have to actually be, you get little hangers. You could put those on the wall. So they're very versatile for home decor.
We have comments, but I'm not going to go there again. So,
guys, we had issues with StreamYard yesterday.
Yeah.
We went into comments. Let me try.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I am not going to try that.
It's Catherine.
Oh, okay.
Hi, Catherine.
Okay. So no questions for him, because I was like,
she's just saying she's very cool. She said some people are afraid their hobby will no longer be fun.
Oh,
if it's created as a business.
For you.
No, it's always going to be fun. I'm always going to have pleasure. Like I was saying, for 30 years, I was a destroyer.
Tell them what your job in the Army was. Maybe they don't understand when you say that. So what do you mean by that?
I went in as a combat engineer.
My daddy was that.
And that.
My daddy was a combat engineer.
In that. So I was heavy duty, went mechanized, then got talked into PSYOPs, counterintelligence unit, and that. So yeah, we went in and destroyed a lot of stuff. And that.
So he calls himself the Destroyer, which now that you're retired, and we thank you for your service in many years, you don't need to be the destroyer now. Now you're the creator.
That's right.
You're the creator of wood. You took what God made in a tree. You took now the wood, and tell them how you get your pieces of wood.
I get them. I have tree trimmers in the area, and they have like they know what species I'm looking for, and that, and I'm running down low. They bring it and drop it off in my driveway.
Oh.
Isn't that sweet?
And so everybody, this is all American made products, right?
Yeah.
And raw material.
Yes. But I mean, like my exotics, you know, I do have Kaboka, Purple Heart, wood, you know, and stuff like that.
Now you also make rings. I want you to show those.
Yeah, we were buying rings, guys. That's what we were doing when we really interrupted by our show.
This is a size 7. This is bird's eye maple dyed pink. In
That's
that.
mine. I just want you to know.
That's
I'm
so
buying
pretty.
that. That
and
is
and that's a titanium
oh wow.
core. And if you don't like the metal type, I can use that in all wood.
Oh wow.
And then for the male, you know, like big guys, you know, and that. But you see how thin. I mean, it's like
it's comfortable.
Yes, it's gorgeous.
And this is dyed purple, and this is a bird's eye maple too, and that.
So you make the purple, you make the titanium, you make the whole thing.
No, I buy the cores from a distributor.
Okay.
So.
And then you lay the wood over it.
Yes.
Wow. See, that is gorgeous. Absolutely.
And you do other stuff I saw, but the pens are
your main thing.
Yeah, the pins are my passion, I guess. You know, I have a laser which I can engrave, you know, like on my pin boxes.
Oh yeah, look
like
at the pin boxes.
She was showing, you know, hers, you know, and then I can actually put your guys' name right in here,
that is so
or your sayings or whatever,
and
that.
Let me ask you: is it only black ink, or can you do me a blue ink pen?
All you have to do is just buy. You can
I have to buy it. Okay.
Right.
Because as a notary, I have to use blue on all my loans.
Right.
So
blue black.
I need to use the blue.
We need to get her a set of pens quick, because this one she was gonna have to buy a million little fillers.
Yeah,
it's the way you be going up.
But I love.
Here you go. I have a set here. Okay, that is
move it to the left.
Pencil set.
There you go.
Ooh.
That's a pencil set.
Move to the left.
There it is.
Stay.
That's beautiful.
That is gorgeous. And look, it's silver and gold.
Yes.
I love that. Oh my gosh.
And like I said,
I'm going broke.
This is a perk that Jeanette I have, so we get first dibs on all this stuff.
Oh man, yeah, we get a discount.
And all I can say, everybody, is
that's what they call crafters barter.
Yeah,
when you're looking for a gift for a graduate or someone who maybe finishes law school or just graduated any kind of school, if you love to write if you have to sign a lot or pens, need a good pen, check out someone like Jeff, because it's worth the little. It's not even extra money. I buy these pens I use at work because I found it to be the best for me. They're gel pens, and they're like $2.50 a piece. This is from
plastic.
Yeah, I mean they're plastic and they're and
I have my pen, right, and I'm gonna say this is not from there, but it's so funny how they both look alike, but this is from 1996. That's how long I've had this, and I will not part with it because it has the word on it, which he said he can do. So he can do this, and that's the John 3:16, and then you open it, and then there's the pen. And but this pen has no ink in it. He just told me I can fill it, and I didn't know that. Because
that takes a cross refill.
Yeah, but check this out.
Staples. Okay.
You will never throw away this pen because of the gold. This is gold.
If you have a friend that's starting their own business as well, that's a great gift.
Yes.
For them. So start thinking with your, it's American made by a disabled vet. By the way, Jeff, my daddy's group was called the Wrecker.
Okay.
So
What's your group called?
he was in Korea, and he was captured in North Korea. Actually, was in POW camp for 3 years, but he was a combat engineer.
Wow.
They were the ones that went in for the Marines that laid out the airstrip,
Right.
and they got captured near Kunari. So
See?
I understand what you're saying about the wrecking stuff, but you guys also did a lot of building. You did a lot of support and stuff, and
Right.
people don't realize that what kind of job that's so important. We always think of just soldiers, doing one thing, but they have lots of jobs. So
Yeah.
that is an amazing story. So what part of you? I know you do volunteer stuff, but how can we transition you from not calling it a business, but a paying hobby? How's that?
Yeah.
That'd be great. Yeah.
Sure. Okay, so how can people find you?
I'm not right now. I'm on Facebook, Beaver's Workshop,
Mm-hmm.
and it's basically.
And I'm gonna put your information everywhere anyway,
Sure.
so you're not anyone.
Do you choose not to have? Do you choose not to have a website?
I had a website.
No, did you choose not to have a website, or you just haven't gotten around to it?
I did have a website, and it became a job. And then sales sort of tampered off, and it was costing me more than what I was making. So
do you do pop-ups?
I did. I used to do a lot of gun shows.
Okay, yeah.
Because of my bolt action pins,
right,
and stuff like that. And
you got some beautiful knives.
I have knives.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you show your knives. That he does the end part of it, and it's custom.
The handle part.
So show them. I mean, he does like so many stuff with this. It just bombard. Look at that.
This is actually a pocket knife. It's
okay, go the other way.
And flip it.
Okay, go the other way. Flip
the other side though.
The other side.
There you
go. There you go. Now push. There you go.
That's beautiful.
That is gorgeous.
And then you can see the details.
Blade.
Oh, that's nice.
And this is actually from Browning. So all your hunters and all that stuff out there, they know that this is a quality knife. And then this is another one.
I got so much.
I know.
This thing about not being a business of your
I know.
company, I don't understand.
We don't want him to change his psychology. We just want to. We just want to change his.
Now this is a lock blade. And
wood.
That's beautiful.
Oh my gosh, that is great.
Both sides.
That is, I'm telling you, this.
And I can engrave right in here.
The names.
Yep.
Names or things or whatever.
And it becomes a thing, when a father hands the son the knife.
Yep, it's a hand-me-down.
Yeah, that is wonderful that you do that. So your paid hobby, so they can find you on Facebook. You saying Instagram?
No, I don't really do Instagram. I'm on Instagram.
He's on Instagram. Okay, so they can find you on Facebook, Alignable, and
yep, and I'm on LinkedIn.
Oh, you are on LinkedIn.
Yes.
Oh, LinkedIn. There you go. Okay. So we're gonna put all those sites after the video, and
where's most of your sales coming from?
Walk-ins, word of mouth, and then from Alignable now, I've got a few orders, which I really am.
You need to take a little trip down to Texas here to one of our gun shows, and we just went to one. It was at an airstrip actually, because my husband goes anywhere that there's airplanes. But they had a gun show in one of their hangars, and I didn't see anything like that at all. And those people come with cash, and they're ready to buy stuff.
Yep.
Yeah.
I do have friends. I do have Army friends down there by Houston in that area, Fort Hood, Fort
Yep,
Bliss in that
yep.
area. Um, and
I got two
where I'm
Fort Sam, and I got the Air Force bases. So
yeah
yeah,
White Sands training area in
yeah.
that. So then I have friends out in Albuquerque. I was stationed out there in Albuquerque in that. So
There's a magazine. I can't remember the name of it, and I'll try to get it to you when I think about it. That goes to the bases. They're a company that produces the magazines for vendors who deal directly with military,
Mm.
and it goes on the base. And I don't know
Mhm.
how much that ad is. I think you can pick. Like I don't. I think you'd have a better shot at a Marine or Army base than you would like Air Force, but that's just
Yeah,
me.
that's an idea. I love
But
that idea.
I
we,
You
I go up to Devon. I go up to Dover
yeah,
go to the
Air Force
National
Base.
Guard units, the units when they have drill days.
yeah.
Yep.
Just
hmm
park yourself there and let people. I mean, you would. Oh my gosh. You would.
I did that, but the commanders.
Oh, would they get all bent?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd walk in and they're like, "Well, what are you doing here?" You know, it's like, "Well, I'm here to see if family support groups for family members."
Yeah.
I'll get you that magazine because you may not.
Sure.
It may be certain. Sometimes they do it in certain areas. We
hmm
would put an ad in, but
Yeah.
it's for vendors that they deal directly with military base
Yeah.
Right.
needs. So I'll
Oh,
get that to you.
I forgot to tell you the PXs too. You forgot.
Yep.
When I go to my VA appointment, there's usually vendors they're selling on the side. There's stuff that they do. So get on that list and sell there.
Sure. Yep.
You know,
Yep.
and and you're not committed. You're just doing whenever you feel like doing it. You see what
Right.
I'm saying?
Yep.
So it's something to sell your product because even though it's a professional paid hobby, one thing is a hobby, and the hobby never goes away. And Lord knows, um, when I do my stuff, I do it because I have PTSD and I do creative things. You know, so that's why I do it. So if you
Mhm.
do it because of also that same reason, then we need to keep doing it, but we might as well make money doing it.
The,
Sure.
the other thing too is there's a company. Actually, I signed her. She's the only woman in this company. They're called the Sons of Liberty, and they actually manufacture guns on premises. And
Right.
there's like 25 dudes, and it's her, and she runs the whole show. It's hysterical. She says the only bad thing is that there's only one bathroom. She got to share with all the guys, but
So,
they have they have products in their cases. I'll send you her too. They're
Sure.
right here in San Antonio. We have probably they're there. They hire ex-military to come in, and they each have their little cubby, and then they have their ARs, and they make them
Right.
from scratch. The butts
hmm
are made custom. So they do a lot of celebrities who have bodyguards and stuff that carry them. Um, and they have each little guy, and he has his own little cubby, and he makes their weapon. They test fire it there, but they have an out front case. So I'm going to give you that name too.
Sure.
You can write them, maybe send them an email of some of the stuff you do. See if you can get
Sure.
some of your stuff there.
yeah.
But there's so many. I think Texas probably not exclusively, but I'm sure we've got hundreds of gun manufacturing that they do their own stuff here that
Yeah.
you can
Right.
probably.
Well, it's come to that time.
I know. We're
I know
ready.
it's come to that time.
Is it?
Yep.
Oh,
Today's devotional and word is happy, healthy heart. Okay.
oh, I like that.
Theme of this meditation from Proverbs 17 is having a happy, healthy heart, a heart filled with more than blood, but filled abundantly with the glory, hope, and the love of God. And the verse of that comes from Proverbs 17, and it's a cheerful heart is good medicine, but a crushed spirit dries up the bones. Okay, so I like the healthy heart is good medicine because when your heart is healthy, you're healthy. is a healthy mind, healthy soul, healthy heart. So happy, healthy heart is what we want for all our crafters. And when you're happy, everything else falls into place because God says you're supposed to have joy in your life. And that is the joy that you have. Okay. My
Love
joy
that.
is creating, his joy is his wood.
And I think Jeff brings a lot of truth to a lot of crafters with his insistence that it's still a hobby.
Uh-huh.
So we're
Uh,
okay with that.
yeah.
But we want Jeff to have a very successful hobby.
Yeah. Very
We want to
successful.
make sure that his goods, his products, get to people who really are looking for something special for people in their family, their friends,
Mhm.
and so we're going to do our darndest. And we're so happy that he decided to come on our show at the last minute.
Yes.
We've been talking to him for Jeanette's been talking for months, but
Oh, yeah.
it's very grateful to have you on our show today, Jeff.
Yes.
Thank you.
It's
It
an
is.
honor. It's an
Thank
honor to have
you.
me.
We give
Yes.
hearts out to our
Yeah.
Sure.
all right. So this is all for today. I see you next week. We see you next week with another wonderful crafter. We're always happy. And remember, if you want to come on our show, you know what to do. Send us an email and give us a call. Okay. So
Yeah.
thank you for being with us today. For those of you who are watching us right now, stay tuned for next week. It's going to be a bundle of joy as well. And
Say bye, Jeff.
See you guys. Thanks for having me.
bye.
Bye.